25-year-old architecture firm based in Northern Virginia. We do most of our work there. We do quite a bit of work in the D.C. area and sometimes in Maryland as well. Our practice focuses on base buildings and primarily office interiors, so office buildings and office interiors. And we also do a little bit of data center work these days. That's been pretty popular with the rise of cloud computing and everybody looking for data solutions. Kind of branched out that way, which has been a good way for our practice. We like to try to bring our sustainability efforts into that arena because those are facilities that use a lot of power. To the extent that we can get them to start looking at some sustainable practices when they're putting their facilities together, we have a lot of success there in really getting lead accredited projects that are worthwhile. So I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about LEED. A lot of you have probably heard about that. How many are familiar with the LEED rating system? I'm going to show here so everybody knows a little bit about that. Well, for those of you who don't, LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. It was launched in March of 2000. They're currently in version 3, which they refer to as LEED 2009. And this latest version has been quite an overhaul from what they've done in the past. What they've been trying to do is really make their rating system applicable to almost every project. So in that capacity, they branched out from just the basic LEED rating system when they started to LEED for core and shell buildings, which are buildings that aren't built out for a tenant or a user immediately. LEED for new construction, which is probably closest to the baseline. LEED for schools, LEED for existing buildings. So basically, what they've done is try to make it so that every possible building type has a place within their rating system, and has kind of a path towards a sustainable and greener design. It's a voluntary system, and it's based on a 100-point scale. You can get up to 10 bonus points for undertaking sustainable practices that LEED feels are applicable to your particular zip code. It's pretty incredible. What they've done is gone through every zip code in the country pretty much and highlighted the number of categories that they feel are most applicable to that particular zip code. So you can get some bonus points there, and also some room for innovation and coming up with sort of your own path to sustainable design. And put all that together and hopefully come up with a good building. I know we all like to talk about and look at platinum, cutting edge technology, but really what I want to focus on is more of the practical side, because that's what we do on a day-to-day basis. Not too many clients come through our doors and say, hey, we want a platinum building, where the cost is no issue. Please tell us all the bells and whistles, let's get 110 points. Most of the time when I sit down with a client and they say, well, we're interested in LEED, we want to find out, but it's not going to cost us anything extra. Well, I think we all know that you can't get anything for free. So the first thing they say, well, if that's really your attitude, then LEED probably isn't what we got to talk about. Let's talk about the good green practices that we can incorporate in your project that are basically free. Choosing the right materials, choosing just the right orientation of the building, so that you don't get too much heat gain, shading the windows the right way. There's a lot of things that we can do as designers that we should be doing, that LEED kind of helps us get to, that really don't cost our clients anything other than a little bit of maybe choosing the right designer and a little bit of thought in choosing your site. So in that vein of trying to get things to be a little bit more practical, what we do is kind of sit down with them, talk through the soft costs, talk through the hard costs of their construction project, and the impact schedule, the impact of processing, the IAQ testing, commissioning. LEED is big on making sure that you don't only do the right thing when you first design the building, but that it's also maintained in the right way. That people that are going to occupy the building, that are going to be running the building, know how to maintain the systems to keep them running in an efficient way. So that's a lot of what we try to educate our clients on.